admit everybody. Good morning, everyone. If you could, to keep our bandwidth down, if you could all turn off your cameras and make sure you're muted. That would be great if I could get you all to turn off your cameras. Because we have kind of a sketchy connection this morning. So I want to welcome everyone to our conservation cat chat with the fabulous photographer Tashi Ghale from Nepal. And we're going to be sharing some of his beautiful photographs today and talk a little bit about how he came to be a photographer and the different things he's done. And Laurel, if you could shut your camera off, that would be great. Please, so we can make sure that we keep a good connection. All righty. We are live on Facebook this morning. It's also doing this as a Zoom. You can watch either way. If you have questions, you can leave them in the chat and we can talk about them at the end. And if everyone has their microphone off and their camera off, I think that's best. Tashi and I are having a little trouble with our connection this morning. But I want to welcome you, Tashi. Thank you so much for joining us today. I believe it's nighttime there, isn't it? It's midday here in Illinois. And Tashi's in Nepal. And what is it, about 10 o'clock at night there?
Yeah, 9:45 now.
Dr. Jackson has joined us. Rodney, did you want to say hello? And then while we're sharing the pictures, I'm going to have everyone shut off their camera and their mics.
Oh, namaste, Tashi. So nice to see you.
Yeah, namaste, Rodnila. Yeah, nice to see you too.
And thanks for joining us. And I really look forward to seeing some of your latest incredible images and learn from you how you spot snow leopards so effectively. So looking forward to it, and I'll hand back to Shaban.
All righty. We can talk. We'll ask Rodney to join us again after we look at the pictures. But again, if I could have everyone please make sure that your microphone is off and make sure that your camera's off. Tashi, I'm sorry, you were saying something? Let's see here. I'm going to be sharing a slideshow. And Tashi, where are you here? That beautiful lake. What lake is that? Uh-oh, did we lose Tashi? There you are. What lake are you standing in front of there, Tashi? Oh, you need to unmute your microphone. Can't hear you. There we go. What lake are you standing in front of there?
So this is the lake, Fuksundo Lake from Dolpo region. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Sheikh Fuksundo National Park. Yeah.
Wow. And here's one of the things that Tashi does. He sets up trail cameras or camera traps to take photographs of the biodiversity, the wildlife in the mountains. That's not such an easy task, is it, Tashi? How do you make sure that that doesn't move or that the weather doesn't affect it? Isn't that difficult to do?
Yeah, it's just sometimes the weather is very challenging in the mountain, but this place we place the camera according to the like scrape train marking places. So this is perfect for snow leopard. Like they go around and mark their territory. So we place the camera at this place. Yeah, this is from like it's from Manang, like 1.5 hours from our village.
What elevation is
Yeah.
this? What's the height there? The elevation above sea level? Can you hear me? I think he locked up. Well, that's not good. I don't think we have Tashi. Oh, he said this is Foxundo Lake from Dolpo where he is. There he goes.
What? Rod is back here. Tashi's muted again. I'm not sure. It seems to mute each time.
Yeah, Tashi, can you unmute yourself? There we go. This is another photograph of
Yeah, can you hear
Tashi
me?
setting
Yeah.
up the camera.
Yeah,
Now-
this is
Go ahead.
yeah, this is above Manang. Like this is at the elevation of 4,600 meter. So this is the place where we capture snow leopard, like rock sand, scrapping, and palascat also like photographing this camera. I mean this area, yeah.
Now, I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with Pallas's cats. They also live in this area, but they didn't know it, that they were in Nepal. And I think, Tashi, you said it was 2012. He captured a photograph, a camera trap photo of a Pallas's cat and wasn't sure about the identification. So he posted it on Facebook, and all of his associates, conservationists, immediately identified it as a Pallas's cat. So, Tashi, what was that like to be the first one to find a Pallas's cat in Nepal?
We've lost him.
Yeah, well, he'll be back. But he said that he was telling me that.
Yeah, it's
there he is. There you go.
it's
Oh boy. Too bad.
Yeah, we have a really sketchy connection this morning, but Tashi was telling me that immediately everyone identified it as a Pallas's cat. Isn't that gorgeous? But you really have to protect those cameras, don't you, Rodney, from the wind and the snow and ice and
Yeah, you can see Tashi standing on a high ridge line here with the Annapurna range behind him. So this is at about, if I remember correctly, it's about 12,000, 13,000 feet, something like that. And the cats like to walk the high ridge lines and look down. And I think in part of it because they approach their prey, which is blue sheep, and I'm sure Tashi will show a picture of those, from above rather than from the bottom upwards. We still lost Tashi. Yeah, unfortunately, Manang is a remote village, and they've had a very severe monsoon this year, which has really disrupted communications. And so it keeps going in and out, I guess, is what's happening to us.
oh,
It is
yeah.
also, nighttime in Nepal, and a lot of people are probably personally, talking to friends in the US or wherever. So that also fills the system.
Even when it was just Tashi and myself on, we had a really hard time. He couldn't hear me. So hopefully he can get back on with us shortly. I think it was in 2018, Tashi won the Disney Conservation Hero Award. for his work in conservation. And then I'm gonna stop sharing there and see if I can get in touch with him.
Yeah. You try to get in touch with him and show that picture, and I'll talk about it a little bit with some background of how we got involved with Tashi. The picture you just showed of the two cats in the snow.
I am
Oh,
going
there he
to,
is. And he's muted again, so it seems to happen automatically.
okay. Tashi, can you unmute yourself? There's Tashi. And Tashi, you were telling me these were from March of 2006?
You muted, Tashi.
Technology is challenging. Even the big networks like NBC have trouble.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Tashi. We're looking at your photograph from 2006. Where was this taken?
Yeah. So this is from 2006. Like my first live sighting of snow leopard in Manang.
Were you very far away from them at this point?
Like in the beginning when I saw them, it's very close. But after like they saw me and they run away and they crossed the river. And so this is from the other side of the river.
Here they saw you.
So yeah. So that time like I was doing camera trapping, the old one, which Rodney sent me the trail camera. So like I installed place. So every like Sunday, I used to go and see the exposure and batteries. So the same time I saw these two leopard in that area.
Someone in the, it's Siraj says, it looks like the snow leopards are following you instead of you following them. I wonder about that. I always call Tashi the snow leopard whisperer. They seem to like to be around you.
Yeah.
They feel very comfortable with you. This is a cool picture. Where were you from this cat? Look at that tail.
Yeah. So this is also the same time, yeah, from the 2006.
And the paw. Oh my goodness, look at that paw. Could everyone make sure that your cameras are shut off? I think some of you might have your cameras on. We're having trouble with our connection this morning. This one was taken in February 25th of 2008. Just beautiful.
Yeah, 2008. So actually this is the mother. Actually there were two cubs, but the cubs, they run away very fast. And so this mother, they stay for some time. So I took some pictures of this mother.
That's neat.
So this is yeah. So this is also almost the same place as the first one. Like yeah, the mother.
It's a lot of work doing this, isn't it? The cats are always on the steepest of terrain.
Yeah, they don't. That's right, Rodney. They sure don't make it easy for them, do they?
Yeah.
Maybe you want to talk a little bit about how you approach them, where you go, Tashi.
Like this both place is like 2 hours from here, like 2 hours from Manang, the place called Gunsang. So whenever I saw the snow leopard, like I take hour or two, sometimes 3 to 4 hours to get close. I give them like more time to like for relax, to
Yeah,
make
you were
them like I'm not hurting them. Yeah.
you let them get used to you.
Used to me, yeah, and slowly get closer and closer. Yeah.
I was asking Tashi earlier how he came to be a photographer, and you said that you had taken an art class. Was that a drawing?
Yeah, in the early 90s, I did painting class in Kathmandu. So after that, I like tried photography with my friend, like going together on a like a weekend for photography. So like before, I used to take only like a landscape, people, mountain, and then after 2004, in 2004, like I did like a nature guide training in Manang. The same year I met Darla, and then we talked about snow leopard, and then she promised me to send camera trap. So the next year, 2005, Rodney sent me the trail camera, and then after like I started camera trapping from that trail camera for snow leopard. Yeah.
Wow. Where was this one? This cat looks like it's on the run.
Going down, yeah, it's from Gunsang, yeah, same place. The first one and this one from the same place, Gunsang. It's 2 hours walk from Manang. Okay.
Let's see if I can go back. Lisa, could you turn your camera off, please?
I should just add that the first camera traps that we sent to Tashi were all film. They would only take something like 36 exposures, which is quite challenging. And obviously Tashi had I assume Tashi, you can tell us, you had to send the film to Kathmandu for processing. And it wasn't until later that we got digital camera traps, maybe about 2008, if I remember correctly. So you may want to talk a bit about the challenges there and how photography has changed.
Yeah, it sure has
Yeah,
come a long way. Can you tell us about that, Tashi? That's a really good thing to.
yeah, like before, like Rodney sent me the trail camera. That was like a film camera, So like we have to identify the place where the snow leopard comes and goes. So I placed the camera, but that time the technology is not that fast. So we have to like finish all the film. I mean, I have to expose all the film and then bring it down to Kathmandu and then process. Then I have come to know that Snow Leopard, we got the same year, we got 3 individuals in that camera trap. Yeah. And I got, now we are using the digital one, which is very fast. Like we can like see the image immediately. Yeah.
So you went from film cameras to digital. And
Digital,
so now
yeah.
you can immediately take it off of the camera and you can see it right away when you go to the camera. Do you ever have any of these cameras that are hurt or damaged by wildlife or stolen by people?
Not damaged by like animal, but 3 camera were stolen. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like one is like a little damaged by the crow, they try to they use their beak to, I don't know, like curious, or I don't know.
Oh, they peck at
Like
it then.
yeah.
Now, these were taken in 2018. This series, this one
18, yeah.
appears. Tashi was one of the contributors to the book Searching for the Snow Leopard. And this is one of the photographs that appears this series here. And these were taken in, was it in January of 2018? Looks like.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what
So
is it like? It looks very sunny, but what was the temperature when you were doing these photographs? Was it very cold?
Actually, it's winter. It's quite cold, but that time it's in middle of the day, so it's very sunny. And so this is also the mother with two cubs near the cave.
Ah,
So how, yeah, and the same day, like I started from Manang to monitor the camera trap up in the mountain. So I was going up, and then so from the trail I saw some like a vulture, like soaring above sky. So I changed my route from other direction, and then when I got there, there was a kill, like a baby yak was killed by the snow leopard. So the kill was almost finished, and I don't see anything. But when I wait for some time, and after the mother came out near the kill, and then after some time the two cubs were there. So yeah, so I spent like around 3 hours watching this mother and two cubs.
wow. And this is the middle of the day and they were active during the day.
Yeah.
How
So the
far?
first sighting was like 11 or 11:30 a.m.
Uh-huh.
So till yeah 3, I was watching them from the
Wow.
distance.
That's a long time to sit there in the cold.
Yeah.
During that time, did they mostly stay in the same area or did they move around a lot, making you move a lot?
Yeah, they are moving around. Yeah.
Now, how far are you away from this cat in this photograph? Are you a great distance?
This one is quite great distance, like maybe 150 meter or 200. But I was using like 500 mm lens. Yeah.
I love, this is another photograph that appears in the book. This is just spectacular. You can really see everything about this cat, the beautiful long tail, the big paws, the big nasal cavity, the little tiny ears, the beautiful camouflage. It's amazing, Tashi, isn't it, how they do blend in so well with whatever terrain they're on. Like, look how well it blends
Yeah.
in with the different colored rocks there. It's amazing.
Yeah. They're like the rosettes are same as the stone in the background.
Now, she's aware of you taking her picture? She's aware that you're there?
Yeah.
She seems curious, but not
Yeah,
too
she aware.
concerned. Yeah, that tail is glorious. It's amazing. That tail is as long as her body. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, same size. The body and the tail is the same size, almost the same size. Yeah.
Now, this is an
1 meter.
interesting, where are you? Are you on like a ledge or are you on the side of a hill or are you on a rock above her? Looks very precarious to me.
Yeah, this is like I was on the like opposite of the hill. like a small gorge, and the leopard is on the other side, and I'm on the other side. Yeah.
It's amazing. It seems like that you are very in tune with your surroundings. Like you said, you were going in one direction and then you saw the vulture or the bird circling around what was probably another dead animal. And so you changed direction to go there. When you do this photography, you have to be very aware of of everything, don't you? Of all the other wildlife and your surroundings, so that you are,
Yeah.
but
Like many times happens, like early in the morning I go for one direction and then I see some sign, sometime like the pug mark, sometime the vulture, so I change my direction to the other side to
how
follow
many
the
sightings have you had
sign.
now?
Sometime uh, the live sighting,
Yes, how many have you had now?
17th.
17. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, everyone, this rock that we're looking at, there are snow leopards there. I don't know if any of you can tell where they are. If you look at the rock up near the top, over to the left, there's a little alcove like. I don't know if any of you can see. This is one of the photographs also in the book, this series. Now, how far are you away from this big rock at this time, Tashi?
This is almost like 200 meter. Actually, the same distance, but I was trying to show you the whole habitat. So this is I use like less zoom to show all the habitat.
Yeah, that looks very deceiving. If everyone looks behind, he's pretty far up there. That would take my breath away just being that high up and all that. But here they are. And I don't know if you can see the overhang, but if you look back at this rock, they're over there on the left-hand side, up near the top.
Mhm.
And there they are. Now they all look like they're looking right at you, even though you're pretty far away. I know
Yeah.
people have asked me, did he use a drone? And I said, no drones. This is all manually taken.
Uh-huh.
How old would
So
you say
this
these cubs were, Tashi?
these are like 8 to 9 months. Yeah, probably 8, 9 months. Yeah.
About 9 months? Look at
Yeah.
that. I see the cubs are moving around quite a bit, and mom just kind of
Yeah.
lays there.
Uh-huh.
They're curious about you.
Yeah.
And
Like the cows moves around mother, like they're crawling above mother. Yeah.
Yeah, mom seems to stay in the same place, and the cubs are in a different place each time. This one
Yeah.
is so cute with its paw out in front of it.
Yeah.
Now, snow leopard cubs, they stay with their mothers close to 2 years. She's got a
Yeah,
lot to teach them.
from 18th month to 2 years. Yeah, they stay with the mother. Yeah.
Yeah, this photograph is in our book. I know we've got some, there's someone that would like to, we'll talk about it later, use this photo, I think for a sign, zoo. Let's see. This is an interesting photo. When I first saw this one, Tashi, I only saw one snow leopard. Can everyone see how many snow leopards there are in this photograph? And what's very strange is I only thought there were two after a while. And now today, for the first time, even though I've seen this photo hundreds of times and it's in our book, I noticed that there are three snow leopards in this photograph, the two cubs and mom. And I have to admit that today is the first time I saw the third one. So these are very,
Yeah.
it's crazy. One of the photographs from one of our other contributors, Oriol Alamani from Spain, I thought there was only one snow leopard in the photo. And after the book was published, one day I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, there's another snow leopard there. It was another mother and two cubs. So I just now today see the snow leopard, the cub over to the left next to the overhang of that rock. That's amazing.
Yeah.
This would be a
Yeah,
geologist's perfect
Yeah,
photo.
they are
to
so
show all the-
elusive. Yeah, they are like so like the camera flaws, like they blend into the nature. It's very yeah,
And they're watching you.
yeah,
This one I thought was neat. It's kind of cocked its head and it's amazing how sure-footed they are now. But then of course, so are the sheep. The blue sheep are very sure-footed.
mhm.
And this photograph, it's mom and the two babies. This one, I don't know how they're negotiating this at all. This just, every time I see this, it scares me because I think they're gonna fall. Now, are they going up, Tashi, in this photo, or are they just moving
Yeah.
laterally?
Yeah, yeah, they are going up. Yeah, actually, yeah.
And now we move to a different time. These were taken, were these like in, what time of year were these, Tashi? These are summertime?
This is September 2019. Yeah.
September of
So
2019. Can you tell us about
yeah,
what you were doing that day?
that day, like I was counting blue sheep with one of the PhD scholar from Germany. So we were counting like a double observation, me and the scholar. So like we were like doing like three periods. Like in each period we have 15 minutes. So on the third period, like I saw some movement on the distance. So this one is like say around like 635 meter away from like our spot. So we saw this snow leopard and we took some pictures and we waited for like half an hour to get closer. After 30 minutes, we went closer and took some other pictures also, like, yeah, this one, yeah. So this is closer after like 35 minutes, not 35 minutes, like we waited for 35 minutes and then we went closer, and then this is around like 150 meters, maybe around, yeah.
I remember for the book that you had said that you didn't see it for a while and you thought it had gone, and then you got really close and it was still there.
Yeah.
Now, could you tell, is this a male or a female?
This one must be female, yeah.
She's very beautiful. People are always surprised to
Yeah.
see this photo because they're like, but there's no snow. And I said, well, there is summertime there. And
Yeah. Last recent picture also, like people saying like it's very different from the others, like lots of green around. But
I
now
know
it's summer, so
that Dr. Jackson always tells us that they don't really like to walk on the snow and the ice because the ice crystals form on the pads of their feet and they cut their feet. Do you ever see like
Yeah.
blood or in the snow from them walking on it in the wintertime and have cut their feet?
Yeah. Like when they walk in the snow, like when they see stone, like they immediately jump into the snow. Jump onto the stone to escape the snow.
Oh, they'll jump onto the stone. Yeah, to avoid the
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
And this marvelous photo, this was a little bit later. Was this the one from New Year's, December 31st?
Yeah. December
Now these,
31st, 2019. Yeah.
this is magnificent. Now, were you close to this cat? He looks like he sees you or she.
Yeah. This one also must be female. Female. Yeah. So like this is like near Tengi, like Tengi village. Like I was on a like hike for snow leopard. So I saw some vulture like sitting on a cliff. So I went nearby, and then the snow leopard killed a blue sheep, but the kill was almost finished. So the snow leopard went up, and I was watching around 6 hours with this snow leopard. Yeah,
Wow,
going
6
around.
hours. Wow.
Yeah, going resting, like going around and like sitting, resting. Yeah.
And sleeping.
So yeah, sleeping.
This one,
Yeah.
I love this one because it has its eyes closed. I don't know if everyone can see that, but it has its eyes closed. It's napping.
Yeah. So this is from the 22nd February 2020. So this one is like I was going on a hike, and so I was on the way to Kangsa. But before Kangsa, there's a one suspension bridge. So I saw some like pug mark. So I was following the pug mark, and then later I saw this snow leopard. Yeah. So this is also near Gunsang.
Beautiful.
So this is the one like I saw, like the one of the nearest sighting. Yeah, maybe around 25 meter.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that time, like I spent not much, but around 25 to 30 minutes, like seeing each other. Yeah.
Did they just sit and look at you as you're looking at them? I mean, do they come close to you? Do they start, you had said something about sometimes they do start to walk towards you?
Yeah, sometime, but that time was like going a little further and climbing on a ridge, and then watching me and staying for like a while, and then again go further. Yeah.
So they're studying you and you're studying them.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
learned, since you've spent so much time with them, have you learned a lot about their behavior? What they're like? I mean, what they're doing all day? I mean, you've spent hours and hours with them. Are there things that you've learned about them that you didn't realize?
Yeah, like I've learned a lot. Like to get closer, I have to I have to spend more time to make them like easy, like make them calm. So like most of the time I don't stand, like sitting on a ground and take some pictures, and then slowly get closer to make them like familiar with me. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're also a predator. Your eyes face forward. So I suppose if you stay low, then you're less threatening. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
accept you. Now, someone asked in the chat, they asked, does your camera make any sound? When you take a photograph, does it click or make any sound at all, or is it silent?
Yeah, make some click, small sound, yeah.
Does
It's
that
depend like
startle them, or do they just get used to that?
they'll get used to that because it's 25 meter, 30 meter is quite distance for like that is small sound, I think. Yeah.
Because it's very quiet there, isn't it? Very quiet in the mountains. That's
But
what a lot of the photographers say, how quiet it is.
but the wind is very windy. The sound of the wind is very
Loud. Oh,
loud in the mountain. Yeah.
this is an interesting photograph. Wonder where this fellow was going.
This is from the 31st December 2019. Yeah.
And then there's this gorgeous photo.
Yeah.
It looks like
this is the same one.
you pose this one. I mean, this is with the little pinkish flower over to the right, and it looks like a posed photograph for a magazine. This is spectacular. Very good. Congratulations.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the way you did your setting, that the background is blurred and that it's like it's cloth. It's very soft. And then you have that hard rock foreground. Very, very beautiful, Tashi.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like a painting. It's just wonderful. Now, you've lived in this area your whole life then, so you don't have any problems with the altitude, I imagine.
Yeah, we don't have that problem because the Manang itself is 3,500 meter. So the Snow Leopard is around, not that far. Mostly like I saw the Snow Leopard at 3,900, 4,000. Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
But you live at that elevation, so you don't have to get used to the lower oxygen.
Yeah.
This is an interesting photo. Now with COVID, with the pandemic, have you still been able to get out, or did you have any restrictions that kept you from going out in the field to do studies and to take pictures? And
No, not that big problem for us. Like, yeah, like going out from the village to the next, I mean, in the cities or different district is strict, but in the village itself is not that problem because it's a small village. Going out in the field is alone, not interact with other people. So not that big problem. Yeah.
this is a very interesting shot. Are you high up on a rock like the cat is?
This is again the other side of the valley, the ridge. I mean the trail. I was on the trail, trekking trail. I was for these pictures. Actually, I was returning from Yakarta to Manang, like in the evening, late evening. So I saw some movement on the other side of the ridge. So this is like 20 minutes later when I saw the beginning in the different ridge. Slowly, the Snow Leopard went to the other ridge. So this is the one I got. Nice pictures.
This is interesting because you can see the tree line. So how far are you from the trees? Is that pretty far away? It's deceiving.
And yeah, tree is it's far away from that place. Yeah. There's
Someone
a big
asked in the
gorge and
chat, I'm sorry, go ahead, Tashi.
so this ridge and the tree, they are like a big distance. Like, I mean, there's a big river, two big rivers in that gorge.
Oh, there's a gorge there with the rivers.
Yeah.
Someone asked, have you ever fallen, Tashi, or come close to falling when you were out? Because I know you go out quite a bit alone, hiking, or you go out biking. Have you ever had a close call, or they were wondering?
Yeah, sometime, yeah. Not big fall,
Uh-oh.
but small.
Uh-oh.
Not walking, but cycling sometime, yeah. When we cycle down.
Uh-oh. You're laughing. Did you get hurt?
Small heat.
Uh-oh. Tashi has created some cycling videos that you guys have to see. Are they up on your Facebook page, Tashi, the video of you cycling?
Not on Facebook, but YouTube, on my YouTube.
YouTube. They're fantastic. He takes a bicycle where I would be afraid to walk. It's amazing. And you go so fast, and it's just, I love it. I watch it over and over again on these little tiny foot paths. There he goes with his bike. It's just, and you just sail along. But so you've crashed on your bike before. That's not good.
Yeah.
Not good, Tashi. Oh, now this is a recent photo that we just got from Tashi. When can you tell us about this one?
So this picture I took on 21st June 2021. Like me and Rinjin, we spent 2 months in Mustang, like surveying like a snow leopard and snow leopard spray, but we didn't see any snow leopard. We saw only the pug mark, scrap. But after returning from Mustang, like I returned from Lomandang to Manang. I made it in 1 day. So like I took a mountain bike from Leather to Manang. And after 2 weeks, I was returning Leather to return the bike to the owner. So after return my mountain bike, then in the evening, afternoon, I was returning from Leather, and like later, and I took some like off the trail. So I saw this snow leopard, which is like it's very near, like maybe like 30 to 40 meters from.
Wow.
Yeah, from the side. Yeah.
This one doesn't look this one looks young. It looks smaller. Do you think it's a young?
Not young, it actually is adult. But when they see it, this is smaller, yeah. But the other pictures, they are very big, looks big when they stand up, when they walk.
I suppose it's trying to look small. It doesn't want you to notice it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those eyes are really looking right at us.
Yeah.
What's that like, Tashi, to have a snow leopard being 25, 30 meters away from you, looking right into your eyes? Do you ever just sit there and not take pictures and just look at each other?
Like I took some pictures and then staring for some time, like waiting to do something. And then slowly I go a little closer and then again sit for some time, like give time for them to like to be normal.
Yeah, this isn't like going on a photo safari in Africa where the cheetahs and the lions walk right up to the jeeps. This is something different. These animals don't, I
Mhm.
suppose they do see us, they do see people, but they don't get up close and personal. So it's a new experience for them too.
Yeah.
Amazing. This is one of my favorite photographs you've ever taken. Can everyone see the snow leopard? If you can't, let me know. This one is magnificent. I told Tashi this needs to be on the cover of National Geographic. This is spectacular. This one makes goosebumps. I just I just love this. How did you happen on this cat? Did you even know it was there? I mean, just did you turn around and it was just there, or what? How did this happen, Tashi?
This one, actually I was in Manang, like doing some like photo edit on my laptop. And then suddenly like one of the villagers from next village, he called me that the snow leopard is there resting on a cliff. So immediately, like I pack up my bag and went up, and then he's trying to show me the snow leopard, but I can't. It took like 10 to 15 minutes to see this snow leopard. Like we went closer, still we can't see the snow leopard because of the because of the bush. And still, like my friend, they can't see the snow leopard because they saw going, like they says, like they went, the snow leopard went inside that bush, but it's very hard to see. And later, like after the 10, 15 minutes, I saw this site. Yeah, it took me like 10 to 15 minutes to see uh, this site. Yeah.
This is just amazing. And Tashi does more though than just the photography. You do so much with conservation. Tashi has worked with the Snow Leopard Scouts in Nepal, program for youth. You worked with them and herders, teaching them how to use camera traps, didn't you?
Yeah, like before the pandemic, we do a school program like grade 8 and 9. We take them to the field. We teach them the science survey, camera trapping. We do like painting competition, poem competition. Yeah, and for others, like we teach them to the fox light, to install fox light for their livestock. Yeah.
Yeah, Tashi's talking about fox lights, predator deterrence. They're a flashing light that's solar powered, battery operated, and they have a light sensor and they come on after dark and they flash on and off, resembling a flashlight, and it scares wolves and snow leopards, predators away from livestock. You put your animals in a predator proof pen with a roof on it, and then put these fox lights around it or just a regular corral, and then it's so that the people don't have to stay with their flocks all night long. These fox lights go on and off, and you've done work with a lot of the local herders with the fox lights then, Tashi?
Yeah, like in Manang, I did with the 23 herders. Yeah, 23 herders around Manang.
Yeah, this is a camera trap photo. The tail end. One of the questions in the chat was, how do the local people feel about snow leopards? Do they respect them? Do they think of them as a nuisance animal? Is it helped? Has conservation helped, work predator proofing the corrals and doing awareness and education and stuff? Does that help, Tashi? Or do they have a negative attitude about the cats?
Before, like most of the livestock owner, they are negative with the snow leopard. But now it's less people, it's very less people. They are mostly people, they like the snow leopard now. Like only some livestock owner, they don't like the snow leopard because they kill many goat and sheep.
Uh-huh.
But most of the people, like school students, like tourism entrepreneur, they are positive with this snow leopard.
So the older generation is still doesn't care for them, but the younger generation seems to be more accepting then? Is that?
Yeah.
So, but has ecotourism, when we can have ecotourism, has that helped then at all with attitudes towards the snow leopard to bring a different, more, to bring money into the community through tourists that want to see them?
Yeah, it's helping like the tourism. 2 years before we did snow leopard trekking, but after the COVID, the pandemic, now it's like they postponed all the trek. Let's see, like this November we have a trek, but not sure because of the pandemic.
Yeah. So the pandemic has really affected tourism. That doesn't help.
Yeah.
One of the questions in the chat was about climate change. Have you seen, they wanted to know if you see any evidence of climate change in your area in Nepal.
Yeah, in Manang, we see like many things like the rainfall, snowfall is changing, like not in usual time. Like this year we have a big rainfall, like most of the motorable road are damaged, like floods and landslides. Even we have one big lake near the village. Now there's no lake anymore because of the siltation. It's all filled with the sand and muds.
Oh,
Yeah, so many changes. This
wow.
rainfall, like we had very big rainfall this year.
And that affects everyone. It affects all the
Yeah,
people and
yeah,
all the wildlife. Yeah.
yeah. Like last year, 2019, we had a very big snowfall. Like many wildlife were killed by the avalanche.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have many earthquakes there?
This year, like we feel twice in Manang, but in 2015 we had a very big earthquake in Nepal.
Caused a lot of damage.
Lots of damage. Yeah.
Wow. Let's see if there's any other questions. Just more questions about the conflict between people and predators. Are there a great deal of livestock killed by snow leopards and wolves in your area? Or has predator proofing and fox lights has that brought the number down?
Yeah, foxlight is because of the foxlight, the numbers of conflict with the livestock is going down. But it depends. Like in the early days, we have only snow leopards, But now we have wolf, and from 2-3 years we have now common leopard. Now we have a big issue with the dogs, feral dog.
Oh, the feral
Because,
dog.
yeah, big problem with the feral dogs these days.
Now
yeah.
they're a problem because they're a problem to snow leopards. They're a problem to small prey animals. They're a problem to people. Do they ever attack people or domestic dogs or sheep? Or they do that too, don't they?
No, not with the people, not only with the livestock.
With the livestock.
Yeah,
So
not with
that's
the people, yeah.
competition. That's competition for the wolves and the snow leopards, but I've seen photographs with packs of feral dogs cornering snow leopards. So attacking the snow leopard, that's not good.
Yeah,
Yeah, the feral dog issue is starting to be a problem everywhere in that area, in China and yeah, in India and Nepal. That's not good.
yeah.
Do you have any type of insurance programs there where if people do lose livestock, there's like a community insurance program where they can be reimbursed?
Yeah, we have from the conservation, Annapurna conservation area, they have a small like a insurance program, but the compensation is very small now. In the early days, like 25-30 years before, it's good. But the price of the livestock is going up, but the insurance is same as 25 years.
Oh,
So
that's not good.
it's not good. Yeah,
That sounds like something they have to work
compensation should
out.
raise. Yeah,
Yeah, raise the compensation. Yeah. There's a question in the chat. Overall, do you think that the conservation efforts are making a difference then? I know the pandemic has affected that, but they would like to know if you could tell people that don't live there one thing about the big cats, what would that be? So I guess it's a two-part question. Do you feel that the conservation efforts are helping? And if you could tell us all one thing about snow leopards, what would that be?
Yeah, conservation is helping from many like perspective, like the awareness, like people aware of the snow leopard, not only snow leopard but the other like wolf, common leopard. The conservation is helping in many ways. Yeah.
And what's one thing that you've learned about the snow leopards that really stick out in your mind? Something very special about them that you like or have observed or?
Like the snow leopard, they are very elusive. They are
I know that you take a lot of photographs of other species too, and your bird photographs are just amazing. There's so many different species of birds, and I don't think people are aware of that sometimes because at the elevation they don't think about it. But you've got such beautiful. If you want to see Tashi's photographs, he has a personal Facebook page, and then you also have Tashi Argali Photography Facebook page. And you have hundreds, if not thousands, of beautiful photographs, Tashi. It's just amazing, all your photographs. There's some camera trap and mostly manual. They're just spectacular. There was another question in the chat about poaching. Did we lose him? Uh-oh, I think he dropped off. Rodney, are you still there? I think maybe we could talk a little.
I am still, yes. Yeah, as you can see, I think Tashi is amazing with these photographs, and he's well respected within Nepal. He put together a little movie actually that was shown this is 3 years ago now, when all 12 snow leopard range countries came together in Kathmandu at a big meeting. The opening little video was done by Tashi with help from, I think WWF was involved. But anyway, it was all Tashi's photography. And it made a huge impression because even these government officials who come to these meetings have never seen snow leopards. And here they're being asked to come up with strategies for the protection of it. So having linkages with people like Tashi, who's a very shy guy, actually, connecting with government officials who set policy and provide funding, hopefully, for programs, is, I think, an important linkage that SLC can help facilitate. I would also have to say that please buy Tashi's photographs if you would like some of them, because I know they are put to very good use. Tashi is quite a community mobilizer in the area, and he just recently worked with a community to build a Buddha shrine. And we think that is important because Buddhists have a very strong feeling that all forms of life have a right to exist and that sentient beings should be protected. So the more we can spread those kind of messages and strengthen the traditional values and system, the more likely we're going to protect snow leopards as, you know, as people go into their habitat more and more. Has he come back? Not yet.
Not yet, not yet.
We might have lost him. You know, the internet over there is pretty poor. And Tashi was actually talking, I could see and recognize that he was talking from his little hotel that he has.
Yeah, we didn't mention that, yeah. Yeah, he has a bed and breakfast, doesn't he? A little hotel.
Yeah, his wife runs it, and it's a very well run place, nice meals. And I think they've expanded the rooms recently, but it's right as you come into town. I think it's one of the very first guest houses that you run into. So that's his source of their family source of income comes from tourism. And as you can imagine, because of COVID-19, they really suffered a lot. And one of the options that we can have going forward, of course, is trying to give communities alternative forms of income generation. And we have a big program in Tashi's area to try and identify some of those alternative ones. The one option we are working on is a chive. It's a garlic, actually, wild garlic that is harvested by the people. And they have to go up into the rangeland, into snow leopard habitat. When they do that, of course, they disturb the wild prey. And I noticed you didn't show any pictures of blue sheep, so people may not know what the prey looks like. But anyway, that's another element. And if we can get people cultivating this garlic closer to the village, we can reduce the disturbance up high in the wildlife habitat. So that's one experiment we're working on. The other is that more and more Nepalis and Indians and local, you know, from the people from the main city, especially the youth, the adventurous youth, are beginning to trek more, so that will help reduce the impact of, you know, international tourism that it's had.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I noticed he
said enough
said that
about
they'd
that.
only had one trek in the last year. That's not good with COVID. It's not good. Well,
Yeah.
I think we might have lost him. So, and we have reached our hour. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming and all the wonderful questions. Please visit Tashi's Facebook pages. He has a personal one, and then it's Tashi Argali Photography. And he's very easy to find on Facebook. And then he's also on YouTube. And his photographs are featured in Searching for the Snow Leopard. And if you don't have a copy of the book, you can get it through our website. And but please do visit his Facebook page. And as Rodney was saying, you know, I'm sure he has lots of photographs for sale, and They're just beautiful, but he's a very active guy. You guys have got to go to his YouTube channel and check out the video that he did of cycling in through the mountain, down the mountain trail. I've watched that over and over again. He's put some great music to it, and it's very exciting. But I thought that was when he said he has crashed on his bike. That's not good, but he was laughing about it, so he must have been okay. But I want to thank everyone for coming.
I want one final comment, Siobhan,
Sure,
before you
sure.
cut me off. Please, you know, we really do depend on donations from the general public and foundations that we apply to. And we can guarantee if you want any particular funding to go to conservation in the Annapurna area, just note that, and we will make sure that that happens. And thank you all
Exactly.
for attending.
And if you guys ever miss any of our cat chats, they are on the website. In the media section on the website, it says conservation cat chats, and all that we've done this summer are on there, and the donation pages on the website. And please do visit Tashi's pages. And I want to thank you all for coming. Our next cat chat is in September, I believe September 15th. And you guys have a great day. And thank you, Dr. Jackson, for joining us. And we're sorry we lost Tashi, but this was a lot of fun. And we'll see you all later. Have a great day.
And thanks email to Tashi for his participation. Much appreciated.